Good morning, beloveds. I am only 5 minutes late today, or 6 minutes late today. The park was absolutely wonderful today. The sky was just an absolutely gorgeous blue, and the trees were a beautiful shade of green, and the sky was... No, I said the sky was blue. And then there was a nice breeze on the second loop running, and a really nice breeze on that third loop where we walked. There were a lot of dogs in the park today, which is nice. There's this one lady that runs in the park who, her dog, she doesn't even have him on a leash, and he's like right on her knee. Never even looks at anybody else or a squirrel or anything. But because there were so many dogs, the squirrels, by the time we got the walk loop, there weren't a lot of squirrels. So we did get to give some almonds away. But, if you have a nearby park, please go take a walk in the park. The temperature is perfect right now. There's enough of a breeze. Although there is not a cloud in the sky, you might want to wear sunscreen. So, it's going to be a beautiful day. They said something about the mid-80s. And, alright, so, let's see. He hit us with a really tough one yesterday, so I'm not going to mess with this today. Let's move on to, it is April 25th. Our Bible quote is from Exodus 23:25. I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. Well, we may be in for it again today. Let's see what Ernest has to say. God is in and through his creation, the universe, and all form is his self-expression. My body is of God, the manifestation of a perfect God. I am the beauty of God's work and the vehicle of his consciousness. I allow the divine perfection to function through me as perfect health. My individuality does not imply fragility. I am created in God's image, and I desire only his perfection through me. Today, I increase my divine experience, and I recognize God's consciousness in me. Each day, my body is renewed. I am alive with everlasting life. This life lives as me, and there is nothing else. Having discovered the inner reality, I turn to it with confidence. Easily, the old doubts and negatives are dismissed. I let go of all thinking that would seem to keep me from the knowledge that I am perfect in all ways. By blessing my body and my mind, I acknowledge my Creator. The joy of living circulates through me, warms me, and fills me with trust. I let go of any old fear of age or decline, and only know with sure knowledge that I am forever growing better and stronger, that I am happier in mind and more perfect in body. I give thanks each day for my perfect health. My body is my temple, and my house is in order. Oh, my house is in order. Okay, so I'm going to start off by saying something. Let's remember that Ernest was writing in the 1920s and the 1930s. So that's why he does use him. If you accept the time, let go of the language. And when you read it yourself, you are welcome to change the pronouns however you like. I'm trying to stay true to the reading. And then we can interpret it any way we want. But today, in the park, I absolutely was struggling with my breathing today. I'm I didn't even make it a quarter of a mile before I stopped for a short walk. And I ran 3 miles by doing that. Every time I felt like I needed to, I stopped. I worked on my breathing, and then I would run a little bit more. Honestly, when I go back and check my metrics, because I was using an app to check, I'll probably find that they're nowhere near as bad as I think they are. I do that a lot. But what I did was, after I got a mile in, because usually about a mile in I can regulate my breathing, I realized that I wasn't doing it. And so I decided to do a treatment. And that's what I did. I recognized that I was the breath of God, and that the breath of God was me, and that so I was breathing the breath of God, and the breath of God was breathing me. And that helped. That one, doing the treatment always kind of drops my stress and regulates my breathing anyway. I mean, that is a natural function of doing that, because the treatment is almost a meditation, or I can actually work it into a meditation. And today I was very specific about what I wanted. I wanted to be able to breathe, because I named it. I named it for what it was. When my husband said, "Are you all right?" I was like, "I am panic breathing." I know. I've had panic attacks. I know what that breathing's like. So I named it for what it was, and then I let it go and did the treatment for breathing. I absolutely recognized that I was a manifestation of God. And if I'm a vehicle of his consciousness, I am a perfect expression of him, then I should be able to breathe. Pardon me. Let me move the giant orange thing. So that is what today is about. It's about what Amit Goswami calls the bliss body. We are mortal. No. We are immortal spirits living in a mortal manifestation. And so the bliss body, that's God's body. That's perfect. And we have that blueprint. It is up to us to reach up through into God, Spirit, for that blueprint, and to pull it down into time. And Ernest explicitly says that. He's like, you are. This is your gift. This is your right. This is your ability for you to recognize that you are an expression of God, that you are perfect. You are healthy, happy, and whole. You are perfect just the way you are. And if you're not perfect, then reach a little higher. Today, I increase my divine experience, and I recognize God's consciousness in me. Recognize that that is God flowing through you. That is, in my case, God breathing me. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, take a minute, get quiet, open up, and let that power flow through you. I like to say it flows through you, in you, as you. And it is inexhaustible. So, the joy of living circulates through me. He says warms me, but because of where we live, I'm going to say cools me and fills me with trust. When I trust my body, I can breathe. When I trust God, I can breathe. When I don't, that's when my chest is tight, and that's when I have trouble breathing. So that was the power of the treatment this morning, Let me open up, let me trust, and let me breathe. So, I really enjoyed today's reading. It was very apropos to what was going on for me in the park this morning. And it's the power of having that in my back pocket is when I was in that situation, I knew what to do. I knew where to go. So that is definitely a gift that Science of Mind offers. All right. It is going to be a beautiful day. I encourage you to open your windows, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, enjoy the breeze. I know here in South Houston, we don't have too many more days before we're going to get nice and warm. So make it the best day you can. And know that Reverend David will be on later. I think he's kind of set around 5 o'clock. So hopefully I'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And because today is Saturday, that means tomorrow we will have a live stream service for you. And Jesse's been on fire lately. So I encourage you to join us right here on Facebook at 11. The music is really good too. Not that I have any idea what it's going to be. Welcome to Working with Musicians. All right. So have a great day and recognize your bliss body. Have a great day, beloveds. Know that we love you and know that we're with you.